Each individual has a unique style of learning. And the four styles for learning are visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile. Visual means one sees and learns. Auditory means one hears and learns. Kinesthetic means one watches the movements and learns. Tactile means one feels and learns. Every child in our classroom has either one of these styles or a combination of styles. The teacher also has his or her style of learning, and that style dominates our teaching. Many a times, we enforce our style onto the student who has a different style of learning. In a classroom, we will find all four styles of learners. As a teacher, we need to cater to the need of each child's style of learning. So, our lesson plan should have strategies which will appeal to each child's style. The lesson plan should also be an effective individual educational program. An individual educational program should have the following requisites. The first one is reading, and with reading, we have to look into word reading, sentence reading, and reading comprehension. So, under this, we have to look at the level of performance for the word reading, sentence reading, and reading comprehension. We also have to look at the difficulties encountered in word reading, sentence reading, and reading comprehension. Based on that, we prepare an action plan as to what kind of word reading we need, what kind of sentence reading we need, and what are the strategies we are going to use to develop these, and also the reading comprehension. After reading, we move on to spelling, and here we have two kinds of words, the visual words and the auditory words. So here also we have to see the level of performance, at what level they are doing. Are they doing at the current level, at the level of performance? Is it matching their class or not? After the level of performance, we have to see what are the difficulties the child is encountering in these areas. What are the difficulties with visual words and what are the difficulties with auditory words? Based on that, we prepare the action plan to give the proper remediation for visual words and the auditory words. The third area is writing. Here first we look at the handwriting. If it is legible, is there proper space concept? Is it readable? Is the formation correct? Is the space concept is enough? Does the child have proper copying skills from board and from books? Once all these things are decided, we prepare the action plan to remediate which area has difficulty and which area has problems. Then we move on to expressive writing. Here we look at the sentence. Under sentence, we have to look at the semantics, the syntax, and the punctuation. We also look at the comfortable level of performance. That means whether the child is able to write at first level, second level, third level, or fourth level. Accordingly, prepare the action plan as to where to start. And we always have to keep in mind that when we prepare an action plan, the starting point should be the comfortable point of the child. We move on to the next area, that is a numerical skill. Here we assess the concepts and the level of performance for each concept. Numbers, at which level they are. Are they with the UKG level, first level, second, third, or is it a higher level? Same with number names, place value, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So, if we get a proper idea as to where the child is, then it is easy for us to prepare the action plan. So, when we prepare the action plan, we also include the concepts as per the demand of the syllabus of each class. Because certain syllabus, the demand will be less, with certain syllabus, the demand will be high. So, accordingly, we plan the action plan to prepare the remediation for the child. As we discussed in the beginning, the styles of learning is equally important. I mean the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile. Because the child's dominant style is what the child is going to perform. So, unless we are thorough with the style of learning, our action plan and our individual educational program is not going to be effective. So, care has to be given in all these areas so that we can have an effective individual educational program.
The wheels of the bus goes round and round all through the town. The wipers of the bus go shriek, 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 shriek. The wipers of the bus go shriek, shriek, shriek all through the town. The horn on the bus says beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep all through the town. The doors of the bus, they open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors of the bus, they open and shut all through the town. The baby on the bus says the buses all through the town. The mummy on the buses. The mummy on the buses all through the town. The conductor on the buses. Ticket, 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 ticket. The conductor on the buses all through the town. Doctor and doctor said, no more monkeys. How many left?
So now, based on the above boxes which we have discussed, we are going to end up with a very effective individual educational program. And the style of learning of the child has to be given extreme importance, because the success of the program depends upon how we reach out to the child. So the style of learning is very important. The strategies should appeal to the child's style of learning, and we also need to plan as how we can help him to strengthen other styles of learning. This is also an invitation to the teachers to identify one's own potential and help the child to tap his or her own resources and potentials, so that learning becomes an enjoyable and beautiful experience. The objectives of this is to introduce the teacher to the bizarre world of the dyslexic child who struggles to read, to spell, to write, and do numbers, to give teachers a knowledge of the different styles of learning and teaching, to help teachers identify the styles of learning in the child, and to help teachers plan a need-based individual educational program giving due importance to styles of learning. All the strategies discussed are with an aim to cater to the needs of children with different styles of learning. The learning are also discussed. The outline for the IEP or the individual educational program is also suggested, so that the program is tailor-made for each child. This will make the program really effective, and the teachers will be able to follow this program effectively to bring out the best in the children.